Hey everybody, this is John and welcome to the free video. So what's going on in this market? I've just found my life gets a lot simpler when I just look. I have a couple of rules I like to follow, for bullish or bearish. And a couple of, well, first of all, when a squeeze triggers short, that's a, 8 to 10 bar sell signal. And so that's what we got. Secondly, on a daily chart, once, essentially if you're above the 21, I'm not shorting. I'm not going to short something just because it's too high. I'm more focused on BTFD, all right, which is buying the freaking dip. And then if we break below the 21, I will switch my psychology and my preference from BTFD to STFR, which is sell the freaking rally. So at this point, and by the way, these markets, especially in a down market, are very, very good about just staying in a channel. So my default premise at this point is that even if, look, tomorrow the markets could, healthcare, oh my gosh, they could rally straight up 15 S&P points, okay? But it's still not going to violate this new channel that they're in. So that's my world right now. So from that, that kind of a perspective, I'm just doing some simple things like, buy some puts on spiders and sell some call credit spreads, buying some puts on spiders there. If we get going and this, the spiders move down 3 or 4 points, that's perfect. That's all I'm kind of looking for. I'm not really looking for more than that. And then XLP is also, in a squeeze there too. So then the question is, well, what about the long side? What if we do rally? What if there is kind of some crazy rally and the markets go back? They're, oh my gosh, they're going great. Well, then we get out and we reverse. But this way is just easier. Again, rules-based trading. This may be over tomorrow, or this could be the start of a walk down to 230, which is highly likely given the scenario. Okay. Now that doesn't mean that everything goes down. Okay. So one stock here that's pretty interesting is Snapchat. Snapchat, of course, doesn't care about the market, and this is one we got into in the trading room on Tuesday, with the idea that we could get up to here, okay? And we did get up to here, but I'm kind of pressing it here, and because what I want to see is that if we get up through this level, and you can look at all the support here, if we get up through this level, things could kind of take off, and so that's been fun too. And so for Snapchat, that's just something where we've been doing. We did this one on Tuesday in the trading room, getting some call options in here, and that's worked out. That's really good. So anyway, so that looks good there. So that's what we got. So, for healthcare, we've got that vote coming up. I've been watching some of the biotech stocks. I'm not playing them. Biotech stocks have just been they just move so erratically, and I'm really more interested in kind of consistency. Okay, and there's ways to really kind of track and focus on consistency, and I think that's the key there. All right, so in terms of consistency, whether it's an up market or a down market or a sideways market, this is the kind of stuff I want to review with you real quick. And this is what I'm going to be also reviewing in more detail this upcoming Saturday, simplertrading.com/shadow. That'll tell you about all this. And I'll go over that here real quick in a second. But let's take a look at this here. So first of all, for consistency's sake, this is a tool that I've been using quite a bit now. Call it the triple squeeze. And in case, here's the spiders, right? The spiders fired a squeeze. We've got some volume behind it, but you can see that we're 3 bars into the squeeze, but the Qs are just lining up right here. Okay, and if I spread this out further, you can see all the labels. So that's telling me like, wow, this thing's got some more juice. And then XLP is just teeing up here too, and financials are going. So what I found is that the squeezes that line up with at least 2 other key sectors have the most power, i.e. triple. So in this case, in terms of consistency, I'm looking to the downside, okay, and I'm going to focus on the downside for this particular index, okay, and that makes it easy. And then if I look at the Qs, you can see that, okay, wow, the Qs, they haven't fired yet, but they're getting a little bit of power here. And if I zoom in on this, and what I found has been happening, if it does trigger short, it goes to this level here. This is what the institutions are going to be defending next week. And so they'll let it fall to that level, but that's where they step up, and now we have a squeeze that's going to push it into there, right? So that's the kind of stuff that, to me, is exciting in this market. Okay, and then on the upside, for that one Snapchat trade that we're in, this has been great because we can look at this and say, okay, where are the institutions going to defend this next week? And it's going to be up here around $25.70. So I want to give that a little bit of time and see if we can kind of get through that. All right. So that's what's going on there. And if you guys are newer to us, to me and my style of trading and to simpler, we're doing this. We've never done this before. This is just a starter class. It's $47. It's going to be this Saturday. It's 2 hours from 9:30 to 11:30 Central. By the way, if you go to this link, you can scroll down and it's going to give you all the information, the dates and stuff like that too. And the starter session, I'm going to talk about and go in depth. Again, $47. This is my general philosophy of the markets: uptrends, downtrends, and sideways, using the squeeze and some of the tools that I've been using for a long time, and that'll get you up to speed. For the strategy class, okay, which by the way includes that triple squeeze indicator, it includes this class as well, but that's going to be 5 hours of strategy on this topic, okay? It's how do you combine, which sectors combinations are you looking for the triple squeeze? Which setup in particular is going to have the most power? And when you have an index and a sector combined, what stock do you look at to get the most juice? Because what happens, and a lot of people don't know this, is that if you've got the index and the sector going, then guess what? One of the top 3 holdings is the one that's going to make the biggest move. And how do you tell which ones that is going to be? And the good news with that is those are also the most liquid. Okay, and then do you buy a call? If it's going higher, or do you sell a put credit spread? What's the best strategy around that? I'm going to go through that too. And so at the end of that, you're going to have a blueprint and a checklist of exactly what to do. And it's just been the most powerful way I've found of trading this year. And everybody's going like, how'd you double your account already this year? It's like, I'm this. And then from there, this professional package, which, by the way, this professional package includes the strategy class and the starter kit, but this also includes those institutional levels that I was telling you about as well. So you get those 2 indicators with this. And there's going to be 3 live trading days, which are awesome. And, essentially in the last 12 classes now, we've made enough money in the live trading class using one lots to actually have everybody in the class pay for it, which is obviously a great thing. We'll do some live Q&A follow-up later if you guys have questions. And then from there, if you're into the live stuff, we've got our annual live event coming up in Austin in June. And this is just great. I mean, this is one of those things where either people love live events or they're like, nah, I'd rather do it online. If you're like, I love live events because you can dive in, you can meet other people, make great trading friends, and really dive in and kind of expand your consciousness around trading, then boom, that's it. And of course, that includes everything here. All right, so that's what we got. simplertrading.com/shadow, and looking forward to seeing you on Saturday.